Hey! Cuddle, tussle, cuddle, tussle. These are the codes of the furries.
Okay, welcome back to the break room, everybody. I'm Cuddle. This is Tussle.
Cuddle, tussle, get in my office.
This is the daily show that keeps you updated on all the nerdy news you need to know. Joining me live from the new Rockstars break room in our Los Angeles offices, I've got Mr. Brandon Barrick.
Oh, hello. Happy to be here.
The wonderful Jessica Clemons.
Team Jinx all the way, Jonathan.
And the ever-present Mr. Tommy Bechtold.
Counting down those days till Friday.
Friday will be Tomicon, the much-rumored, much-debated, never-forgotten
That's
Tomicon.
right. Camera 4, real quick. No, I'm just kidding. It's pointing to something else. Camera 3. Don't let the fat cats at New Rockstars tell you Tomicon's not going to happen. Throw up Molina, which is what I call him.
Whoa.
He's going to try and cancel Tomicon and turn it into a push-up contest. Turns out he can't do that legally. No. Tomicon has been registered, trademarked. It's a peace of mind. You tell Philip that he can empty instead of filling up his promises.
Yeah. Eggplants in the chat for Tomicon, everybody. Okay. Speaking of eggplants, we've got a very cool.
No. Sorry, Fragirl.
We've got a very cool redemption today. Okay, every time we hit $100 in super chats, which we appreciate everybody's generosity throwing out those doubloons to help us bring this show to you. Every time we hit $100, one of these numbered buckets. Okay, each of these contains a secret prize, and this is true. Mm-hmm. 3 of the 4 of us have no idea what's in any of these buckets.
True.
I don't know what's in the bucket.
Okay, 4 of the 4 of us have no idea what's in the buckets.
Here they come.
We truly don't. And one of these is going to get punched and reveal whatever is inside. I assume it's like a cool, fun thing, but they could also be terrible things. Yes. Poisonous spiders. We have no idea. Yes. And only when we hit multiples of $100 will these get opened. Okay.
Our eggplants will block out the sun. That we will munch in the shade.
Sorry, Chrissy.
Sorry, Chrissy.
They called out the eggplant brigade.
It's like I'm in a Call of Duty lobby, Chrissy says.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Also, quick reminder, the Break Room is now on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok at @the_Breakroom. There's some really fun content on there. But we got to move on to headlines. Woo! A lot of today's episode, we're going to be talking about Phase 6, those incredible, somewhat mysterious Marvel announcements from the weekend about their Phase 6. But first, we want to talk about some Phase 4 and 5 news. It's coming up. We got word about news coming out about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, that Atlantis, home of Namor, is going to be renamed Talokan. Talokan?
I like
I
that.
apologize.
Talokan.
I'm not very good at pronouncing anything, much less words that derive from other languages. But that is a place from Aztec mythology. Yeah.
I have a question and perhaps a theory. Do we believe, although I like pulling on real, actual civilizations to create these fictional Marvel ones, is Disney planning a little more animation Atlantis movies and want to avoid confusion by Atlantis is an existing franchise in the Disney catalog.
Yeah, I think there's that, and I think it's also separating it from like Aquaman.
Sure.
And like that concept.
That's
of
a great
Atlantis.
point. That's a probably a more reasonable.
And
adult.
I think this is smart because it does help tie in a lot of where they've been going with Phase 4, with Eternals and what we learned in Moon Knight, and like tying all that together. You know, and even with like Thor: Love and Thunder, where the importance of gods, like having this all kind of tied together.
Yeah.
I
weird ways.
I just really dig it because like they're breaking from the comics.
Yeah.
And we don't know why, like what they're gonna do with it, and that can totally be Ryan Coogler and the creative team behind this movie can do whatever they want to tell the best story possible, right? Like they're not beholden to stick with the kind of classic comics canon. I think that's really cool. Speaking of Wakanda Forever, composer Ludwig Göransson, who did the awesome score for the first Black Panther movie, revealed we began to build a musical vocabulary for the characters, storylines, and cultures of Talokan and Wakanda. Very cool. So maybe we'll get like fun themes for the different locations, kind of contrasting, comparing there.
Is Kendrick Lamar going to be the Wakanda part or the Tolokan?
Oh, hopefully both.
Hopefully both.
Hopefully both.
Why not both?
Can't get enough Kendrick. We're going to talk about this a little later, but there is some news about directors for Phase 6. Though, as of now, no director announced for Avengers Secret Wars. Long time speculation about who that might be, if there's somebody already lined up. But Kevin Feige said in an interview, no, we do not have a director for Secret Wars, and you will see about some of the other director announcements at some point. He said this during Comic-Con. We got one of those announcements this morning.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a moment. But still no director announced for Secret Wars. Though speaking of wars and Marvel, Armor Wars showrunner Yasser Lesser. Did I say that right? Yasser
Yes.
Lesser? Okay, thank you.
You
Tommy
did, sir.
has personally met this person, thus he is the
Aficionado.
authority of
Listen,
authority.
as they say, if you do 5 minutes of stand-up at a night where someone does 30 minutes, you're basically comedic equals. So Yasser, call me. Oh boy, we're over 100.
Yeah! Oh! Whoa! Bobby Shattuck, my man.
Yeah.
Dodson, can you run a poll on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the chat will get to vote on which one we break open, and we can choose which one of us wants to break open
Yeah,
first.
I think you did all the hard
scared.
work. You
I don't want to go first.
Again, just
I think it should be one of you two.
real quick pick. What do you think might be in one of these buckets? Earlier, you had speculated about wet spaghetti.
Yeah, I think it's maybe dry cooked
Are they
spaghetti.
gross
The
things?
spaghetti's
know.
been cooked, but it's dry now.
Oh.
I think there's gonna be like a Marvel toy.
Oh.
Well, you packed them, right?
No.
Oh, you did?
No,
Sam
I didn't
did.
pack 'em. Oh, we had a. Okay, so you might be loosely familiar with things that could be in there, but you don't know what's in any bucket
No.
or anything like that. Okay.
And
so
I
none of
bought,
us
to
do.
be fair, I only bought a couple of things. I had Sam get the rest.
Ooh,
So
I
I
hope,
did-
I hope one is a gift card to Island's Fine Craft Burgers.
Yes. Not a sponsor of the show, but they hold a place in all of our
A
hearts.
sponsor of my emotional eating.
They hold up.
We'll get to that later.
And I
Inside
wanted,
of all of our hearts.
I wanted a similar vibe, but a more immediate. I want candy on one of these, and I will consume whatever's
Well,
in there. I will
it
eat
is
it.
Sam, and Sam's the person, our greatest person in the office that
Yes.
draws all the designs for the whiteboard.
Yes.
She's very creative, very artistic, and I feel like I could see her putting some crazy weird things in
She's
here.
also-
She did ask me earlier, like, what do we do with all those ants we found in the house?
No,
God.
Sam's possibly the kindest person that works in the
I
Rockstars.
don't want to punch it. No, I'm too scared. I just get chill just
Can I
when
go
I-
first?
No, and I can't
But,
go first.
Okay, Zach will go first.
I'll go first. While we wait for the poll to pick which bucket we're going to open up, thank you for everybody that's been super chatting. Back to, Yasser Lester. He confirmed that Armor Wars is still happening. It was absent from all those announcements. Those announcements that went all the way, like almost 4 years into the future. No mention of Armor Wars. So we don't know. Maybe it's just up in the air about when it will release.
I like that the showrunner had to be the one to be like, it's still happening. I hope the other shows that weren't mentioned also on there are like, no, my show is also still happening. Like, just because they didn't say it doesn't mean it's not happening.
They might, and they also might have let him have that. Like, they're like, this is like, you go, like, Feige might have been like, go ahead and announce that it's still happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer it if my boss announced it at
Yeah,
Comic-Con.
you
That would be
should.
better for me.
Well, we're going to talk about it. There's
Yeah.
a lot of holes in Phase 6. They could get filled with things like Armor Wars.
We're opening box number 3.
Whoa! Box number 3.
Right.
Okay.
Here
1,
we
2,
go.
3. This one right here. Okay. This reminds me, there's a little bit of the old Bozo the Clown show. Did you guys ever watch that? Where you're getting the balls in the
These
buckets?
kids are
Yeah.
too young for Buzz.
Okay. Here we go.
Me, I'm 1 year younger than
step
you.
in front of 2 and 1. I think
you
that's
can.
Okay,
fine.
here we go.
Alright.
Box number 3. I have no idea. It could be a scorpion. Could be a plush.
I
We
hope
don't
it's
know.
a scorpion. Plus.
You have to go all the way in.
You can't
Oh,
look.
no!
You can't. That's exactly what I was like. You can't do. Is
Knees
look.
weak, mom's spaghetti.
Oh no, it's a bag of spaghetti.
Held together by tape?
Oh,
There's different sized noodles and sauce.
oh my god.
God.
Someone had to cook that. Oh,
Go wash your hands.
no. Oh no, that's worse than I thought.
To his credit, he punched, he looked,
He
and
looked,
still
and
touched
then he
it.
still touched it.
Okay, and I just have to finish the show with a filthy hand.
No, there's
No,
paper
you
towels
don't.
right
Okay, there are
behind
paper
you.
towels.
Don't
Okay.
touch the teleprompter.
Okay,
Someone scroll for the man.
Okay, well, at that rate,
Is there spaghetti in any other one?
They're all spaghetti.
4 buckets of spaghetti.
Joke is they're all spaghetti.
My secret is I'm always spaghetti. Okay.
You looked
Kevin.
and said, oh.
I then realized why we have to punch all the way to the bottom. Kevin Feige,
Now you know why.
Kevin Feige mentioned at Comic-Con that for phases 5 and 6, the studio is in a slightly different rhythm now.
Cool, man.
That's something we talked a little bit about on Saturday. We'll
Not
talk
my
about
tempo.
more now.
Not my tempo.
He kind of credited Disney Plus with helping them do more projects in fewer years. Yeah, we pointed out Phase 5 and 6 are pretty short windows of time with a whole bunch of projects in them, right? In fact, the duration, right? Like only the end of Phase 6 is at the end of 2025. So the whole thing, 2 phases in about 3 years.
Right.
Which is, wow, that's squeezing in a lot of content.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Moving in a real clip.
Shang-Chi director, and this is the big news we were teasing earlier, the big director news. Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton will be directing the Kang Dynasty in Phase 6. The first of the 2 Avengers movies. No word on Secret Wars, but he's going to get to direct the Kang Dynasty.
Interesting.
Yeah. Big team up movie. That's another thing Feige had said in that interview was that, like, you know, these phases do kind of end with big team up movies, but not always. That's not always the case. But Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania, he kind of identified as like a big team up movie.
Yes.
Kind of like looped it in with these Avenger ones.
Well, and he even said, like, you know, Multiverse of Madness had some team up qualities, right? A lot of people showing up from different properties, as opposed to like Phase 1, Phase 2, where it was like, it's kind of Thor by himself, or it's Tony Stark by himself. But now, when you got Wanda showing up in Multiverse of Madness, we don't know who's showing up in Quantumania. We can speculate about that later. He kind of hinted that Wakanda Forever even would feel more like a team-up movie, right?
Yeah. So, exciting stuff. But let's keep talking about Phase 6 while we're at it, folks. You know, we saw that full breakdown from Kevin Feige at Comic-Con regarding Phase 5. But Phase 6 was pretty much empty, mostly blank. Do we have... this is what Phase 6 looked like. They showed us, you know, Fantastic Four and these 2 Avengers movies, but not much else.
Did they make those logos bigger to take up more space?
They definitely filled up a little space. Like, pump up the logos. We can afford it. And then they were like, wait, we'll show them at D23, but we can't wait for D23. That's too far away. So instead, we're going to do what we love to do best on this channel, and that's speculate. We're going to talk about these blank spots in Phase 6 and try to prognosticate about what titles will fill in these spots. What do we think's going to happen in there? What do you guys in the chat think is going to come in there? So we have like a few spots open still in Phase 6, right? They showed us
Go to the big board.
Fantastic Four and these 2 Avengers. But there's 2 other movies, or these could be TV shows in fall of 2024, 2 in winter of 2024, 2 in spring 2025, and then 2 in summer of 2025. So what do you guys think some of these things might be? I have a pick for something.
All right, go first.
That I think might come in. It might be fun. They love to put something in between the 2 close Avengers movies, right? We had Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel in there. I think we could get a little Loki season 3 somewhere in this, like, in between. Because if there's so much Kang going on, and Loki is our introduction to the idea of Kang, it's he who remains in Loki, but he is a Kang. I think there could be a season 3 of Loki somewhere in there. Now, we know we're getting Loki season 2 this summer. Give him 2 more years, and we got Loki season 3.
Do you think it'll be treated kind of how Black Widow was, or do you think it will have to
I think it'll have a lot to do with
the other
this,
2? Okay.
and not be like a jump backwards.
Yeah.
Like Black Widow or Captain Marvel.
Yeah, or
where they
Captain
jump
Marvel.
backwards.
Okay.
Can I tell you why you're wrong?
Yeah. You can pretend to tell me.
Well, here's why you're wrong, right? Loki, we know. We anticipate season 2 still going to be a lot of Kang stuff, right?
Maybe.
So maybe season 3 also. It's tough to deal with time travel, timelines, all this kind of stuff. So like, why would they tell a similar story to the 2 films in between the 2 films? Okay. I think
they gotta fill it in.
Hear me out. Just like Infinity War ends, boom, picks up immediately at the beginning of Endgame. The 2 films that come in between, you actually don't need to watch to understand that much more, though they do help contribute to the story. So I don't think they want to release a series that appreciably contributes to this storyline. They want this to feel like a 5.5-hour movie or whatever. But I mean, I do think Loki season 3, but what if I just put it here?
Okay. Okay. A little earlier.
A
little earlier.
Tommy, do you have thoughts?
I like that. But you know what goes great, if I may come over? What goes great as a summer movie? What gives everybody enough time to recover? What always fits in these phases? It defies phases. It moves beyond phases. It lives without phases. It goes through phases. And that's a simple Spider-Man 4.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
That's a Spider-Man 4, everyone.
See it. You want to see
Give
it.
Tom Holland a break.
Yeah.
Ooh. Does this get our Spider-Boy back to the Avengers somehow?
Well, he has to show up in Secret Wars.
That's right.
Yes.
But why not explain
Why
how he
he's
gets
there?
there?
Yeah, how he gets there.
There's
Maybe-
like
maybe we-
multitudes of Spider-Man.
Maybe
in
we
Secret
even get
Wars.
a Kang Dynasty post-credit
Oh.
with a Peter Parker or
Oh,
something like
100,
that.
100.
Leading into a Spider-Man. I like that move. That's
Mr.
super
Kang,
strong.
I don't
Tommy.
feel so good.
Now, I want to throw out another one here. Again, often speculated about, big mystery why we didn't get this in any of the announcements. And I think it's got to come early. I think we're getting
the
mutants.
mutants.
Whoa, yeah,
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
Fantastic
like
Four.
that.
It has to come after.
I was looking at their little chart, like this. They kind of showed this before
Okay,
Fantastic Four, this little spot.
maybe.
So maybe after, but
Maybe I think you're right.
before.
Maybe this introduces.
Yes,
mutant-
that.
Maybe we get a post-credit scene or something like
With
that,
them.
and then here. But even I wonder if even Winter is far enough along. Maybe it could even be here. We tease them. We get a trailer around here, and then the full movie maybe there.
Yes, Anna Flores, I like that. Spider-Man 4, they can introduce Miles Morales, and he can be in Secret Wars. I love it. I like it.
Now, I'm going to throw out there, Kevin Feige mentioned, he's reiterated this in the past, but he mentioned in an interview after Comic-Con, right, that like they think of like Marvel properties at like 3 different levels. There's like the street level with
Right.
Daredevil, Hawkeye, Echo, things like that. There's kind of the supernatural level that they're starting to explore with properties like
Oh.
Yes.
100.
That's pretty quick. That's a pretty quick
Yes.
turnaround.
yeah.
But that'll be following Blade, right?
Yes,
Blade
we're
will already
getting
go.
Blade the year before.
Yeah.
If
Right?
the top is following the Fantastic Four, then the bottom could just be following like the Scarlet Witch kind of storyline. So it could be all
Oh,
the.
speak of the devil. Now, Jess, do you want to go so far as to place a Scarlet Witch solo film? Do you think we might get one in this phase?
I honestly, if it did come, it would come probably spring 2025 between the mutants and Spider-Man.
Oh.
If we did, I only say
Leading
that
us into the Kang Dynasty.
because if she shows up, she would probably be showing up in Kang Dynasty. But I think the mutants and her should kind of stay close because if we're seeing different timelines through
Could
Scarlet
the Mutants
Witch,
film
we gotta see it.
be a... I mean, this would anger Scarlet Witch stands, so don't come at me. Could the Mutants film be also kind of like the way Captain America Civil War was a Captain America film? in
But it
the-
was like an Avengers.
Right,
type
like
thing.
could the
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch be heavily featured in the Mutants? Once again, you know, I know that people wanted to have her own movie, but I just wonder at this point,
Well, we're
what
kinda-
the main storyline?
We're kind of getting to a space where like most of these characters are not getting true solo
Right,
movies unless
right,
it's an
right.
origin. Speaking of origins, now I'm just going to mention this because I think we've all decided this character might not be getting anything in Phase 6,
Right.
and that's Shang-Chi.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're just speculating about a Shang-Chi
he's just
2.
gonna be featured in every other movie.
Yes, he's probably going to certainly show up in these two, maybe in some other property. But that director is already committed to this movie
Well,
Right.
and he's committed to Wonder Man.
and a Wonder Man series. Now, let's talk about that. Now, it's really hard to direct 2 huge Marvel movies
Yeah.
that are going to come out in the same kind of 18-month. But do you think you could direct and kind of executive produce a Disney Plus series and a big movie? Do you think we could see Wonder Man in this?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I don't know what Wonder Man is going to be.
I don't think
Is
so.
it going to be like a more comedic, less serious kind of show?
Interesting.
And what they're kind of teasing
I
She-Hulk
bet
to
that
be.
I was gonna say I bet it'll have a lot to do with how She-Hulk is received.
Yeah.
I want to see what's the other movie? that
Okay,
we could-
well, another sequel to a Phase 4
Eternals
film,
2.
Yeah.
Eternals 2. Do
Actually,
we
that
see
could
it?
be in between.
There is a
Avengers
tiny
movies.
wastebasket underneath the whiteboard. that
No,
maybe
how
that
dare
one-
you? How dare Eternals 2 will be so much fun. All the
Yeah,
exposition's
no,
out of the way.
You're right. You're right.
It's party time.
You're right. I'm just being a snotty
Corn
dotty.
on the cob in the chat for Harry Styles.
Yeah, come on, corn cobs for Harry.
Okay.
Mary.
Well,
Maybe
maybe if it's not Eternals 2, we have to see Harry. We have to see
Yes.
Harry and Pym.
Yeah, he'll
So I
show up
think
in something.
If we
Yes.
can count that as Eternals 2.
Now, we were just talking about it. Do we see Armor Wars? Because he was saying like Armor
said
Wars is
put
still
Armor
happening.
Wars
Yes,
I think
early.
maybe here,
Because in theory, they're working on it already.
and maybe
This is still fall 2024, so it could come after Armor Wars.
Oh, you're saying put Midnight Suns there?
Well, I
Like
just think
two
if Midnight
series?
Suns is
Too much
coming,
TV.
Well,
too
also,
much
do you
TV.
think? Are you thinking Midnight Suns is a film or a series?
I think a series.
Ooh, okay, Disney Plus. Okay.
I'm gonna throw something radical. Move Scarlet Witch film to fall of 2024.
Ooh.
Oh.
Elizabeth
much
Olsen
earlier.
is excited to play the character again. Why make her wait?
Yeah.
Why make her wait?
But we also have a Doctor Strange 3.
Yes.
If we think they try and pump
With
that
Korea?
out within Phase 6.
Ooh.
Or do we not see Doctor Strange again until
well,
the end of
and
Secret Wars?
and maybe assume he's going to play a prominent role in these
Maybe.
films.
Cumberbatch is gonna want to come back.
I'm being annoying. Wait, what is this one?
Doctor
I
Strange
agree
3.
with the chat. The Midnight Suns would be in fall just because it's scary.
Yes.
But
Scary.
it's scary.
You want to put it in the
But
fall.
no, I think we could keep it there for now because I agree with Tommy Scarlet, which Elizabeth Olsen wants to come sooner.
And another property, so Kevin Feige, in a kind of red carpet interview after Comic-Con, the 2 Fox properties he named. He did not name the X-Men, but he named Fantastic Four, which is announced, and Deadpool,
Oh,
Oh!
Deadpool 3.
which is
Honestly,
not yet announced. That could go here, right?
Take Midnight Suns out, put
Okay.
Deadpool 3 there.
Is there a chance?
We know they're writing it right
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is there? If this is something again. Please don't come for me if I'm saying something foolish. Is there a chance that Deadpool exists outside of the phases? The Deadpool 3 is a movie that is made by Marvel Studios, but exists.
But it does not matter at
Are
all.
we-
It's not considered a phase movie because.
Does not need to be canon with anything else.
Well, yeah,
or-
it's like he just does his own thing, and then that character can be called in for Secret Wars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know if he gets his own tick on the board because he defies all.
I'm just going to throw out some other properties that could show up. There's a rumored Okoye spin-off series.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel 2, not to be confused with the Marvels that some people would
Right.
consider
Yeah,
Miss
season
Marvel 2, but this is a solo film.
That might be a little later.
The long-rumored Nova project.
Okay.
This could be, if the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is kind of the end, this could be a way of kind of rebooting that kind of
Yeah.
But
galactic.
the Nova movie wouldn't probably come till 2025.
Yes.
So I think you're right.
And again,
Wait.
they're already playing in Phase 7, okay? And they've
Yeah.
already got some things marked out. And then I'll just say the other long-rumored thing, Kevin Feige was asked about this, refused to elaborate.
Yes.
Young Avengers project.
I almost feel like Young Avengers might be folded into the Avengers movies. Like they're gonna
Yes.
like they're gonna save the day at the end of the Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, like
or
they don't
something.
need to be. They don't need to be separated. Just it'll be.
They'll be a part of
It'll be Stature and Riri Williams will be fighting alongside Doctor Strange and Hawkeye and whoever else. Yeah.
So out of all of these, which ones do you think we're not doing? Oh, we still have more. We still have more.
I mean, this
There's
is
so many.
all the options. Okay, well here, let's remove one at a time. You think is not going to happen in Phase 6.
Shang-Chi
Eternals 2.
Shang-Chi 2, we feel pretty confident won't happen. Eternals 2, Tommy's
down
burying it. Okay,
Tommy's
great.
burying it.
I just don't know where else they're gonna bring in the Harry Styles. I guess they could bring him in She-Hulk because of
yeah,
the
I
comics,
guess
but
you're
that
right.
would bring in too
And
much.
then
The Okoye series is definitely not happening.
Okay,
in Phase
fair.
6.
And maybe Phase 6 will have some kind of Black Panther property in it, whether it's
Yeah.
this series, whether it's a Black Panther 3, something like that.
Wasn't there some sort of teaser announcement for a Wakanda series, or was that always
Yes.
just rumor?
Well, Ryan Coogler's been working on that.
Yeah.
We've got no other information. I think that's kind of the same thing there.
Got it.
I
To
will
be
say,
fair, they already have an animated series, but no one talks about it.
Oh, okay.
It's a great series. I love it.
I'm going to say,
Actually,
just because we're
Crystal
getting
Harrison's
the
voicing
Marvels
that.
coming up
With my
next
friend
year,
Ashley.
we
Right.
might take a couple years off of
Yeah.
Miss Marvel stories. Okay. Anything
There's also
else?
the voice of Lola Bunny.
I would say Deadpool 3 guaranteed in this phase. I'm
gotta
saying
get it
that's a
out.
lock. I'm saying
I
that's a
don't
lock.
know
yeah.
if Midnight Suns is gonna. I want it to. You don't know how bad I want it, but I just don't know if it's 2024 because there's so many people in the Midnight Suns that we haven't even seen yet, and I don't think we're gonna see them until 2023.
Who's your pick for Ghost Rider?
Oh God. Someone was talking about. Someone asked, and I can't remember who it was online, and I was like, I'd be okay with that.
Well, I mean, I do love the Ryan Gosling has been openly campaigning for it, and I love him. But who's the Ghost Rider has of course been portrayed by a couple characters. Is it Robbie Reyes?
Yes.
Is that the East LA
Yeah.
Latino Ghost Rider? That'd be a fun
That'd be
new
great.
character.
Or
I don't know
you
who's
could
playing
put
him.
Johnny Knoxville.
That's what they had on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I want
I'm gonna
him-
face my fear, and I'm gonna open Bucket 2.
Whoa!
I want you to know how much I hate shit like this.
Okay,
Yes, thank
and
you to our
not like
super
me.
chatters.
No tentative bucket punch.
Two. I mean, it's got to be spaghetti.
Kalema. It's a gift.
Oh! He almost punched right through
It's a cute little mug of a pug. It's a pug
it's a
mug.
pug mug.
Pug mug. Pug mug. Pug mug.
Pug mug. Again,
Good things happen to good people.
We've got 2 buckets left. One of the buckets was gross. One of the buckets is very nice.
Wait, what's in that pug mug?
Wait a second.
Spaghetti.
It's
Okay.
full of spaghetti.
The projects I feel strongest about, I do feel Deadpool 3 definitely going to happen. I do feel like Armor Wars. They've already announced it. I bet
Yeah.
it's going to happen. Maybe.
One of our super chatters, Lamar1986, suggesting a Doctor Doom movie in between the 2 big finales.
Whoa.
Setting up Phase 7. I mean, they've never made a movie that's from the perspective of a villain.
Oh, yeah.
Which would be very interesting.
Yeah.
To have the villain be the protagonist of the movie would be an interesting way to take it. Also, people in the chat calling for like a Young Avengers movie. Where is that? Frey Girls, Scarlet Witch, House of M. We all want a House of M storyline.
That's right.
Here for the cookie sent in a super chat. Miles Morales versus Peter Parker in Secret Wars, but they just decide to hug it out. The Peters can't fight. The Spidey boys can't fight.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Do we get live action Miles Morales for Secret Wars?
I
hope
think
so.
so.
They better do it.
I hope
If not before.
Yeah.
I think it was that they even brought Jessica Drew in. So I think they can just bring in like
Yeah,
all
this-
the Spider-Men.
Into the Spider or across the Spider-Verse is going to be very interesting to see what they do with that. After all of this multiverse stuff, after Marvel being like animation can cross over to live action.
I would say the one thing going against a Miles Morales prominently featured in an Avengers movie, Sony.
Well, but I bet Sony wants.
Well,
to do
Sony
it
wants
and
it.
sees
I
the
don't
value
think
of doing
Marvel.
it.
They're just
wants
holding
it.
on to
Right.
it because that's a
Dang.
moneymaker, dude.
Yeah.
That's a moneymaker
Yes.
right now.
Marvel doesn't want to help them have more billion-dollar franchises.
We begged for answers. We begged for where is this all headed. We begged and begged for more info, and now I feel more fragmented than ever, which is why I want to thank our sponsors and our friends at BetterHelp for sponsoring the Breakroom this week.
Thank you.
Yes, and I saw
Whoa,
Bobby. I
Bobby
saw you
shouted.
get in there again, Bobby. We'll
I'll
get to
open
you.
it after this.
Multiple folks on the new Rockstar staff have used BetterHelp in the past, and I'm currently using it right now. Okay, we're big fans of taking care of our mental well-being. I have neglected it for a long time, and I go in and out of therapy, and now I said, no mas, Tomas must get this thing right. BetterHelp Online Therapy will assess your needs and can match you with your own licensed professional therapist in less than 48 hours. I cannot express this enough. It is an easy process. You go on the computer, you overshare as much as you want. For me, I was getting into what kind of sneezes I've been having before the algorithm said, that's enough, bud. And then they match you with somebody, and you set an appointment, and it's all on your terms. They ask that the first appointment should be maybe over video, but after that, it can be texting, it can be emails, you can do more video sessions. If I can pull this off by myself without having my little bitty handheld by a true adult, which I will take, any of you can do it. So check out all the testimonials they have on their website of real users sharing their experience with BetterHelp therapists. And this is the part that is actually pretty nice. They have a special offer for our breakers, our roomies, our trash bags. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/breakroom. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy at BetterHelp.com/breakroom. And don't forget to use our magical word, okay? You use breakroom or I break you.
No.
What I break.
Oh, okay, maybe talk about that with your therapist.
Okay, I hug you. I hug you.
Yes.
I hug you. Now, what?
No, go. I would say, can I open it now?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Oh, okay. Our third mystery bucket.
Yeah, we want to thank Bobby for really financing 2 of these openings.
Number 4.
Ready?
Do it.
Box
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Whoa!
Oh, the look of surprise.
Look at her face.
Oh!
Whoa!
I got the gift that keeps
Wow,
giving.
in hindsight, the spaghetti was
Yeah!
really
Holy cow! What's the last one? Keys to a Lamborghini? My God! Why only 3? Oh, that's right. I can't drink on the show anymore.
I'm also not gonna. These are for me. I didn't say I was sharing it.
Okay, do Doritos. Done Doritos.
1 for every mile home she's got to drive.
Oh, boy.
Thank you to all of our
Thank
super
you.
chatters.
I'm so happy. This is the best gift I could have ever gotten.
We also ran a couple polls with the chat chat we should shout out. Do you think Kang will be a better villain than Thanos? 81% of you said yes.
Whoa!
I think that's mainly, we always want the villains to get better and better.
And you know what I'd like to think? We have an optimistic audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would have been really sad if the answer was like hell no.
Hell no, Thanos
This
was the
thing
best.
peaked, and now they got 18 more movies coming out.
What's your favorite Marvel face so far?
Good Lord,
60%.
Mike Farino pushes us over the edge. Sorry.
Oh my God, we're opening that fourth box.
Sorry,
Thank
Brandon.
you,
Oh
Mike.
boy. And then when do you think we'll see Armor Wars? 51% said Phase
It's
6.
After
Yeah.
Phase 5?
Oh, still a couple people think it might get snuck
yeah.
into Phase 5. Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is-
we think they've announced everything for Phase 5. There were no empty slots, but they could always throw something else in
Is
there.
Ironheart's Phase 5?
Yes.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's confirmed. That's on the graphic.
Well, you're
Don't
the
worry
last
about
one
it.
to open the box.
Well, now I'm afraid to open
Okay,
it.
there's only one bucket left.
This is the last bucket. Thank
Can I
you
have
guys
the
for-
spaghetti bucket? Is that up for
Yeah.
grabs?
Yeah.
Zach must eat the spaghetti.
The spaghetti must be consumed.
Watch
Who's
over me,
going to
Watto.
eat the spaghetti?
Open the box.
Stop him. Stop
Here we
him.
go.
Oh! Oh!
Speaking of Across the Spider-Verse.
Is this a bib?
Is this?
I
Is this?
don't
is
know.
it for a
if
small
I
Is
think
this a
it's
bib for
cake.
dogs?
Who are you?
Are
You're
you?
It's a child's
Spider-Man 2099, right?
Ah.
I'm Oscar Isaacs, duh.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's a good. So all of us got pretty good ones except for
Wow,
Zach.
Zach, you really got boned.
I think
of-
if we get to 500, Zach eats all the spaghetti.
Fair.
If we get to 500, I'm going to find something in my car to give to Zach as a gift.
No, and I will commit to taking at least one bite of the spaghetti at $500.
We don't
okay?
know how old that spaghetti is.
That's right. We don't even know if it's edible. If it was made for human consumption. Speaking of things made for human consumption, Tommy.
Yeah, it's time. How about we do? I don't know. You guys feel like, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. Do we need to do? Mandatory fun!
Mandatory. It's
That's
mandatory.
right. It's the segment so proper, we even do it when John goes to the dog doctor. Hit it again!
That's true. Our health insurance does not let us see people doctors.
That's right. It's the segment so wild, we do it while John's dog can't no longer give birth to a child or impregnate a dog because he's been neutered. Hit it again! It's the segment so saucy that we do it even without our bossy because Philip's not here either. Hit it again! All right, now.
They're asking you to keep the outfit on. So
I feel like a Fortnite character.
Yes.
Am I Cheggy?
You also look a little bit, was it Vega, the Street Fighter
Yeah.
character?
Yeah.
Sing, sing. Now, we know that Avengers Kang Dynasty will be directed by Shang-Chi's Destin Daniel Cretton, which leaves Avengers Secret Wars as the remaining directorless Avengers film. The Russo brothers have expressed interest in directing Avengers Secret Wars, but Kevin Feige says, not so fast. Why don't you go back and reboot one of your little cute sitcoms? We're not doing it. I don't want it. So, we're going to do our best to settle the conflict here on Breakroom Debate Club. That's right, we're taking it back to high school, a time where I kept my virginity every single night. All right. Zach and I will be Team Feige, while Jessica and Spider-Man 2099 will be repping the Russos. We'll have 2 rounds. The first round, we'll each be arguing our case, and then we'll have a brief rebuttal round, and then, of course, the chat will vote correctly on Zach and I and our position.
That's intimidating the witness.
You and
Now,
Spaghetti
let's
Man
flip
can get outta
Watto
here.
to see who gets to go first.
Wait,
Wings or snout?
Snout?
We'll take snout.
We'll take snout.
It's wings.
swings. Okay, great. So again,
why'd you toss me like that? You big Jedi.
I almost lost the pug mug.
we're going to be presenting the argument why if this is the Russo brothers want to do it, Feige doesn't want them to do it.
That's right.
We're presenting the Feige side of the argument
That's right.
here, right? Why we should all trust our Lord and Savior,
That's
Mr.
right.
Kevin X Feige. Here's what we want to say. Okay, or Tommy, feel free to jump in. But
No problem.
the Russo brothers are they're handholders.
That's right.
Okay, maybe they can. They're not necessarily visionaries. Anybody watch Gray Man over the weekend? New Netflix film.
Oh, it's great.
It is. It's a lot of fun. Ryan Gosling's wonderful in it. But did that movie change anybody's life?
No. Here's
Did
my
anybody cry or cheer in that movie like they did at Avengers Endgame?
Absolutely not. Let me give you my review. Gray Man, it was okay, man. Nobody likes a stale donut, is what I'm saying. And the Russos have been in the box at the Disney Cafe for going on a decade.
They've been there.
Let's chuck it out.
They've been there. They've done that. They're old wood at this point, okay? Look at all the directing decisions. Look at all the directing decisions that have been made going forward. Young, up-and-coming directors, even Dustin Daniel Cretton, I can't say anything today, right, who's going to be directing the first of the Avengers films. He does not have a super long filmography, okay? He did do Shang-Chi. That was his first big movie. But then he did some tiny indies before that, Short-Term 12, a couple other little things. Feige knows what he's doing. He picks up-and-comers, hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry
Who's going to
directors.
sink their teeth into the source material and then put it all on the screen?
Yes.
A visual painting.
Even the Russos, when they got
Captain America?
Captain America,
The
Winter Soldier? Or was it Civil War?
I don't know. Do
Your
you
guys'
gentlemen
argument's
know?
not
Yeah,
good.
Hey,
Okay.
here's the deal. You want to watch Community played out by the Avengers, the Russos direct. You want to watch an amazing film with fight choreography that'll blow your balls through the back of your throat. Go with Feige's plan, okay?
That's right. We got to trust him. He's been shepherding this whole thing.
Yeah.
He was the one that delivered us Endgame, really shepherding all these phases. Yeah, sure, the Russo brothers' name was on it, but this is a big, this is a big thing, and we need a big man to deliver it. A big man in a ball cap.
And I heard a rumor that the Russos are both robots.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
You know who else is a great robot? Vision.
Yeah.
So your argument doesn't stand.
He's actually, what's he called, an adaptoid or something like that? Or he's a
synthesoid.
synthesoid, that's it.
You don't even know.
You don't even know.
Well, thanks for your help, man.
Oh, either way, me and Brandon over here, we actually
with
wrote
the
our
opening.
stuff down.
Yeah, yeah.
With our
We have
opening,
Oh, we should have done
Yeah,
that.
our
Yeah,
shit.
that was a big
Arrested Development, Community, The First Man Flight. What do these all have in common? Brothers.
Brothers.
The Russo brothers.
Brothers.
Infinity War and Endgame, a delicate film, you know. We all loved it. We loved it. It was beautiful. I need to be reassured that Secret Wars is going to be the same, you know? Secret Wars has been a long time in the making. It started in the 80s. We got the 2015 run. And who are the two biggest fans that are directors that have openly come out and said, this was our childhood comic book?
Tell them.
The Russo brothers. The Russo brothers would love to do this film. And you know what's better? You know what's better than 2? 3.
3.
3.
There's
Triplets.
a third. There
And
is another.
so
There's a third
if all
brother?
There is another.
Daniel, if they all work together, you think they can't make a masterpiece together?
Yeah.
You guys, let them have their white whale. Let them Captain Ahab.
Yeah.
Let them do it. Let them get what they want.
Yeah.
Because they gave us 2 great Marvel Cinematic pieces. And I think they would just go above and beyond for Secret Wars, which is something we all want to see.
Okay. Really good.
Well, you can't clap for yourself.
Well, wait, we still have a closer, right?
Well, you get to rebuttal,
rebuttal.
right?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
both talking were the same. Okay, keep going.
Now, Manson.
Not a brother.
Hang on. Manson, Gambino crime, Fratelli. Those are all families that are murderers.
Also, Menendez.
Menendez.
Boston Marathon bombing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Zardes.
gosh.
These are brothers and families that do nothing but kill.
Yep.
Feige.
This
What
is
does it?
your
What does
argument?
Feige mean? Create. Feige means create. It means Marvel. It means create Marvel. You don't look it up.
No, I just want to. This is my rebuttal. Okay. The Russo brothers, and their unknown third sister
Yeah.
are going to be in their mid to late
third
70s by the time this film comes out. That's confirmed. They're both.
There is another. I don't know.
I'm sorry. They're going to be close to 90 by the time
90?
this
Yeah.
film comes out.
Yeah.
Too old to make what will be the biggest movie of all time. when it
Joe
comes out.
Russo is 104 years old.
That's right. Minimum.
His brother Anthony is an octogenarian, missing one kidney, another one I heard going down the toilet soon.
They both did
Why?
stand-in work for Old Man Cap. Okay,
right.
during Endgame. That's confirmed. Okay, they're
You know
too
what else
old.
I heard? No one knows where they were on January 6th.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Show us the text messages.
Show us the text messages.
Tommy, we also don't know where you were on January
What's
6th.
I was in Washington.
Washington State? Washington State?
Yeah.
Is this
Why
still
is
part of the
I was
profile?
expressing my rights as an American.
It was in Tacoma.
I was in Tacoma.
What's your rebuttal?
Okay. I've heard a lot of specious arguments from the two gentlemen across from me.
Yeah.
But what I haven't heard from this pro-Feige crowd is an answer. You've put up no other names to direct this great film.
Scorsese.
You say Spielberg.
It's our turn. It's our
Scorsese,
turn.
Spielberg,
Anderson.
Coppola, the young up-and-comers you've been talking about.
O'Connell.
You've been preaching about so much.
Oh my
If you
God.
trust Kevin Feige's plan as much as you say you do,
Yeah.
then you should trust the plan he already has. And
Yeah.
that's picking great directors like the Russo brothers.
Thank you.
Okay? You compared The Gray Man, you compared it like, was it an Endgame? The Russo brothers directed Endgame. They can direct The Secret Wars. 21 Bridges? I'd cross them all to watch the Russos. The Gray Man? Well, I'd be rainbow-colored happy to see the Russo brothers.
watch-
I haven't watched The Gray Man
Did
yet.
you watch
I did.
Cherry?
I have not seen Cherry either. But I have the options to, okay? The Russo brothers are the best ones to do this. You know what you do with old wood? You make beautiful furniture out of it.
Oh.
And that's what Secret Wars,
Reduce, reuse,
Bones of this
recycle.
house
directed by the Russo brothers, will do.
Okay, there are the two arguments, pro Feige, pro Russo. I'm sure everybody watching has been swayed one way or
That's
the other
right.
by these sound and cogent arguments.
Filled with facts.
Just remember, one man put his hand in spaghetti.
And when we don't like the facts, we make new facts. Russo brothers confirmed to have sent arsenic.
Oh my
Okay, why are
God!
you still
Stop
going?
this.
Russo sent anthrax over the mail to Feige.
You heard it here. You heard it here first.
Stop it.
Okay, while we wait for that poll in the chat, everybody to pick sides.
Pick sides.
Pick sides. Everyone take a side on a fight that does not exist and is only made up for our enjoyment.
Again, we want to thank everybody that donated super chats today to help us punch holes in 4 of these buckets, revealing fun
Should have done
mysteries.
5 now, really.
I know, in
regretting that.
hindsight, we should have had like 14 buckets. Next time, thank you. A couple other quick super chats we want to call out. Stacy C, you tell them, Jess. I assume that was just in
Stacey.
basically everything Jessica
She had a
says.
mic drop
Stacy
emoji
C
thing
agrees
going
with.
on, too.
Yuka Prieta saying, what if Feige was Kevin McAllister?
They're the same person. They look exactly the same.
You think Feige is the anthropomorphic representation of a fictional character come to
building-
life?
He's building a house of
I think
mouse.
it's based off.
Was his girlfriend. Woof.
Who ate all the cheese pizza? You know I can only eat cheese pizza.
Although shout out, I think
That's
we
one of the
did
titles.
we did call out Mike Farino. Thank you, Cal. Thank you for your super chat. TD Jones, frequent audience member. We
Yes,
appreciate you,
TD.
TD. Saying, what if those Avengers movies are actually young Avengers movies?
Could be. I mean, that is honest to God. Could be where it is. I mean,
The mutants are just the young.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
No, totally.
no,
Well, I think by the time we get to Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, right? Well, there's obviously no Tony Stark. There's no Chris Evans, Captain America. There's no Natasha. Maybe no several other existing. Maybe Ruffalo's done by then. Maybe Hemsworth. We don't know. So maybe you have to fill those ranks with a lot of these young Avengers, right? And they're
That'd
just
be
regular
fine.
Avengers, but they're young.
You know, Dodson, I would never accuse you of this, but that poll ended so quickly, I don't think we actually got everyone
There
to
was
vote.
463
Yeah,
votes.
you know what? I think a lot of people were still voting. People were having a tough time understanding. You
We
phrased
went-
If
you
you're in
phrased
line,
it.
here.
stay in line.
No,
You
we're-
phrased it confusing.
we
Stop the
question-
count.
we
Stop the
question the
count.
validity of this election.
Yeah, we're going to
the
stop
count.
the steal.
Stop the
We
count.
do not accept the results of this malicious poll.
Whoa, Mike, our buddy Mike Farino there in the chat saying, Russo started COVID so that no movie ever passes Endgame.
Holds water.
Whoa, that's
water.
real.
There
That's
is no
3D
evidence
chess
that
right
the
there.
Russos ate a pangolin in a wet market, okay? There's no evidence of that.
So there's no evidence that they didn't.
You in this weird fixation.
Pangolin, don't knock
I've never
it till
seen
you
them not
tried
do it. Oh my god.
It's called Bad Debating 101.
Oh, let me tell you, you guys are the kings of it.
Whataboutism?
What is our next discussion, you might be asking? And it's my discussion, which is what is Kang's plan? Now that we know that we have the Kang Dynasty coming and Secret Wars, it seems like clearly Kang is going to be the biggest part of this all. So how do we get from Loki to Quantum Mania to Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars? what is he doing? What is he up to? He did say, oh, sorry.
No, sorry.
I was going to say, he did say in the trailer for Quantumania.
Quantumania.
Yeah.
Break
They said, you're an Avenger? Have I killed you before? And then he goes on to say, there will be conquering.
Yes.
So, how do we think we got here?
Well, so here's what this is my thought. I feel like this is Quantumania is kind of being set up more like a Captain America sequel than a Thor sequel. Where like Ragnarok, we got kind of a standalone Thor movie until the post-credit scene when the purple light flashes on the Asgardians and we see that Thanos is about to board, and that's setting up Infinity War. It feels like they're trying to push Quantumania as like this is the most important Ant-Man film that there has been so far. This is Ant-Man and the Wasp and any new characters that are coming in from that storyline, but there's also going to be, this is MCU ramifications from title card to goodbye-title card. Okay?
Well, it's also interesting that with Thanos, he was always post-credits, barely got to know him, and then Infinity War, we finally are introduced and we go through the whole thing for those 2 movies. This is like, they've introduced He Who Remains, who is a king, and now we're going to have King as the main villain in Quantumania.
I just realized you have the cape around your hair.
That's the best way to do it. It literally doesn't fit around my neck.
Beautiful.
But he's going to be a major villain, so it is weird to have like this event happen early 2024 and not get paid off until Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
There's no way Kang's in every project in between those two.
Well, that's why
but
I
the
think
ripple effects might be there. And it would be interesting if most of Phase 6 is dealing with our MCU in shambles.
Yeah.
And instead of like with Endgame, just the first half is the MCU in shambles, right? The first half of that film. What if this whole year is just like all of these heroes dealing with the destruction of the MCU? The wrap-up being Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, where we find a new home to put everybody, basically.
100%.
This kind of resolution of these
It's
multiverses.
exactly 12 months, right, from Fantastic Four to Secret Wars, right? Like, I love that. You pick, like, it's that season.
It's a year of just, like,
it's the season of
craziness.
chaos and
Yeah.
whatever. Thinking that, we might need to reorder some of our picks for what's going to come in Phase 6, but I like that logic.
Because there's no way Kang's in every movie.
No,
in
it's going to
every
be
TV
different.
show.
Well, kind of in the same way, a lot of the early appearances of Thanos, right? He was just popping into
the very
post-credit
end.
scenes.
Yeah.
It's kind of a tenuous connection. He wasn't playing a prominent role. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to throw out there. I do think in some of these early Kang appearances, maybe it's Quantumania, maybe it's Loki Season 2, we need to see Kang get some big Ws.
Oh, he's going to.
Right?
I think he's going to get an even Quantumania. I think it's going to be nothing but dubs up until like right before Kang Dynasty or right before Secret Wars. Something it's going to go down clearly, and then he's going to go boom.
Well, that's the nice thing is like you can kill a Kang, but it's like, oh, that wasn't the best one. There's another one. Somehow Kang has returned.
I just don't want it. Get a very slippery slope of pissing me off. Of like we killed the strongest one, but then there's the smartest
listen
one.
up.
You love the villains.
Slippery
winning.
slope.
What's your favorite?
I know, I love them. Do we think that, because in Secret Wars, Doom is a huge part of it, do we think that we are even setting up for Doom to show up in Secret Wars or be the big bad of Secret Wars, or are we just setting up for Kang?
I mean, you gotta have Doom in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
He's gotta at least get teased.
Watch him be before he's Doom in Secret
Oh,
Wars.
he's
Victor.
nice the whole
Yeah.
time.
He's nice,
and
he's gonna be
something
on the
in
good
Kang
side.
Dynasty turns.
Well, and here's what I'll say, both pro and con for Doom being in Fantastic Four. Both the previous film iterations of Fantastic Four have had a Dr. Doom,
Right.
right? So maybe they just want to take a break from that. It's why you don't have to have, Norman Osborn in the most recent Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. We've seen 2 different versions of him. We can take a break from him. Maybe they take a break there, and we can wait and see a different Dr. Doom later. Maybe we start with a different Fantastic Four villain.
Well, yeah.
What if it's Dr. Doom, but he's not a medical doctor? He's like a doctor of socioeconomics.
He's a
He's like Dr. Oz.
Professor
yeah.
He's a pure politician.
I also think that with Secret Wars, there was like a right, a good, and a bad side. But I think in the movie Secret Wars, there's going to be like 7 teams. It's going to be like, because in Civil War, even the heroes couldn't fight together. Like, they split up. So there's going to be a lot of people split up. And I could see still, like, Kang running one half of, like, evil people and Doom running the other half. My biggest part is, like, A, where does Galactus come in and all that? And then on top of that, is White Vision going to be on the good or bad side?
Well, my sources are telling me that M. Night Shyamalan is in talks to direct Secret Wars.
Absolutely.
Young,
So if there's
up-and-comer.
if there's one thing you know,
That new wood, baby.
it's gonna end in a twist.
Oh my god! And I'll tell you right now, I will be the only person that doesn't understand that twist. I never catch the twist in M. Night Shyamalan movies. I'm really gullible and
They were
stupid.
dead the whole
You're
time.
like, I
know.
knew Bruce Willis was dead.
Wait, what do you mean they're not actually in 1850?
I do love, and if they follow the model set forth by like the Thanos and the Infinity Saga, right? Like most of his early appearances, he was always like the behind the curtain villain, right? Ronan was actually the bad guy in Guardians 1, right? Loki was doing the work in the Avengers movie, right? And Thanos was pulling the strings from behind the curtain, but we didn't really know that. So like they could do that with a lot. MODOK could be the main villain in Quantumania. And Kang is just a behind the curtain kind of figure that we barely see his impact felt, right? Michael Sykes, thank you. Call Voss, please.
Shoot, that's not today's redemption.
Noted. Yeah, we're not doing that today, but we appreciate you, Michael Sykes. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe that pushes over the top when we try to give Eric Voss a call tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we can organize it. But you did say if we reach 500, you'll take a bite of that spaghetti.
Okay. I'll begin my prep.
Make Zach eat the spaghetti.
He's
He's
vomit on
going
his
to.
shirt already. Knees weak, Tom Spaghetti.
A couple other super chatters today. Allison Crooks saying thoughts
That's
on
not enough.
Whoa!
thoughts on the DoDC drones looking for
Spaghetti
enhanced
police.
individuals being a Sentinel precursor. Absolutely, Allison. Oh my God,
He's a caveman.
that was 2-week-old spaghetti.
You just guilted me eating
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
and then you're aghast that I did it.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Oh.
filthy boy.
Ah!
Is that marinara or is that more of a?
Go in and take another bite to let us know.
Is that an Alfredo sauce?
I'm not sure. Hey,
Hey,
I'm going back for more.
Viewer John Costa is asking Voss Tomicon experience. I've been
Ooh.
told that Voss has been legally contracted to not appear on Tomicon.
my
But we're going to do
gosh.
what we can because,
Now,
Eric and I are old friends.
If Eric Voss did have a presence at Tomicon, would it be more like the DC panel or the Marvel panel?
It would be a Marvel panel.
An epic, a game changer.
It would be a lot of announcements. It would be a lot of excitement. And
You don't have to do anymore, honey.
He's actually kind of liking it.
Mateen Leandro sent in a super chat. What if the movies in between are about Rama-Tut, and that is the first mutant movie? Hello from Brazil. Hello to Brazil.
Hello, Brazil.
I like
Big
the
fan of
idea
your
of jumping
access.
way back in time and seeing like Rama-Tut and what was happening then. They obviously have set that up on Moon Knight that Rama-Tut existed. That would be very cool to see.
What do you
That
think
may
the
be
odds
fun.
are? I think either Brandon or Jessica pointed out earlier, we could see Kang die in one of these movies, but it doesn't matter because there's so many different
Yeah.
Kangs.
So
And then
many
on top
times.
of that, on Secret Wars, you can bring literally anyone back. So that's why I said I think on Saturday, I was like, if someone does die in Phase 5 and 6, it's like you can probably get a different version of them in Secret
I guess
Wars.
that's good news because those 89-year-old Russo brothers evidently are going to
If
have
you
keys to the
talk
kingdom.
one more time,
Let's see the birth certificate.
Mike,
Yeah. I didn't even believe they're Americans.
get them out of here.
Mike Milky said in a super chat saying, I think Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars will be the multiversal war Miss Minutes told Loki about at the TVA. Now, a lot of what Miss Minutes said at the TVA was propaganda, said forth by He Who Remains, but there probably is a multiversal war going on out there.
My favorite thing is them all appearing randomly in Secret Wars and being like, what? And then it's Miss Minutes, hi there. Like, I'd be like,
Hi,
this
y'all.
is straight hell for
Yo,
me.
doomed.
She's
Yo,
in charge of
doomed.
it.
Fluffy Muffin sending in a super chat asking, if the two Avengers films are linked, why not have Daniel Destin Cretton direct both of them? I mean, that makes sense.
It makes more sense because it's going to be so hard for the director for that first one to pick up, or the second one to pick up where the first one left off. Might as well just have, because that's what Taika Waititi did for Thor: Love and Thunder to James Gunn.
Right.
He was like, we put the goats in there just to mess with him because he has
Now
to
you
pick
gotta
up
deal with
where
the
I left off.
Now you gotta deal with the guns.
So it would make more sense to at least have him be like very heavily involved.
I think I want to counterpoint. I think we all learned from the last Star Wars prequel or sequels that when you mix up directors, it adds a spicy emotional flair that everybody's a big fan of. You don't want to have a through line or an idea. You want to go like this. This is what you want the viewer to do.
Okay.
So you want to be
I don't
like
think we
Spike
can
Lee?
blame any of the
Yes.
directors for those
You want Spike Lee to
problems.
direct it?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a fun pick.
Secret Wars, Spike Lee. It would just be in Brooklyn.
Tim Burton to direct.
Oh God. Oh, only
It's
big-eyed,
a musical
skinny women.
about the Avengers.
Oh.
Secret Wars for the Secret Corps. They live in dungeons, frolicking. Spider-Man, Superman,
Oh,
Super Duper Pooper Scooper Man, Johnny Depp.
He's giving it away for free,
Yeah.
folks.
I would see
This is
Tim
supposed to be a
Burton
paid
writing
redemption.
Superman into the MCU and
Yeah.
being like, I don't know these superheroes.
I actually don't give a shit about any of these people.
this is
Hold
just,
on, get in there.
if you like musical renditions of fake director film combos,
Yeah.
Tomicon.
Tomicon's coming this
Tom
Friday.
McGraw, there's going to be nothing but music.
You're gonna see the 75-minute version of that song.
We just signed Black Jack, the Jack Black impersonator.
The Black Jack Black.
I say,
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
O'Neal
Tommy-
Shaquille is who I'm most excited
I don't know.
to see.
Tommy
I'm
even heard
excited
about
for
this.
Smush.
I just saw confirmation we're getting Lisa Vanderstump.
Oh, yeah.
Lisa
world's-
Vanderpump?
No, Lisa
Vanderstump.
Vanderstump.
Oh, sorry.
World's sexiest arborist.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I mean,
Vanderstump rules.
that's a very subjective ranking. Well, sexy.
I hate
so
that
Now
I'm
she
gonna show up
brands
and none of
herself.
these people
what's
are
sexy for you, it may not be sexy for me.
We're getting Ben Affleck!
Don't-
A sentient duck that sells insurance and is Batman. And has a drinking problem.
Don't forget to join our Discord. We do have a Discord here at New Rockstars. And over on the Discord, you can submit like your favorite clip from the break room. We're going to start showing a clip of the week every Friday.
You know who Ben Affleck, you know his favorite collaborator is?
Who's that?
Jerry Duckheimer.
You know, first I was mad we circled back to that, but now I'm very
That
glad.
joke was
I'm not
foul.
happy about it. Keep
I'm very
going.
glad we circled back for that one.
It's 4 p.m. Pacific, okay? That's when these jokes really flow.
Run, don't flock to Tomicon.
Also on our Discord,
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
You don't even have to change his name. He's already a duck pun.
that's too easy. That's too easy.
Tom Honks.
It's more goose than duck, I would say. More goose than duck. Also on our Discord, you can send in voicemails. We're trying to start doing voicemails on
Drink.
the show. Send us your
Stop! I need to use the bathroom. Let's go. Finish it.
Fraser Crane. It's a character. It's a bird. Also, send in your voicemails. You can ask questions about what we think about Marvel, DC. You can ask us personal
Ask
questions.
us questions about Watchmen actress Mallard Ackerman.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm so angry. Is there other stuff for the outro?
I can
can't
never see that you're
Spaghetti
angry
hands.
about
Can you scroll down on the
Spaghetti
the
hands.
teleprompter?
Sorry.
Can we see? But yes, make sure to tune in for Tomicon on Friday this week. And yeah, check out our Discord. Submit your favorite clips. Send us voicemails. Do all that fun stuff. Hey, and make sure you have a great rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wing Crosby.